Is it recording?
Yeah.
Buenas.
Buenas.
Buenas, buenas, buenas. That is, instead of saying hola, because that's like hello gringo, you say buenas. You answer the phone, buena buena. And it's better. Also, don't say ¿qué pasa, gringo? Don't say ¿cómo te va, gringo? You say ¿qué onda? ONDA, ¿qué onda? Planes. I wonder if they can hear this plane flying by.
Probably.
We live like really close to the airport, so planes going by all the time. But ¿qué onda? That's like, what's going on, friend? Anyways, so
today is the fourth day we've been out here. It's the 28th.
Yep.
We are chilling back at home after a couple of days of hard walking.
Yeah, so this is since the last time we made a video. It's been now 2 days of activities.
Yep.
So we have to explain the last part of that day because we went to an awesome Lucha Libre wrestling match, which my friend Nydia and su novio Ricardo, they do not like Lucha Libre, but it was funny because they're like, how was the Lucha Libre match? And we were like, it was great.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It was fun.
We saw like 5 or 6 matches.
Okay, no, let's not start there. We gotta start. Okay, so after we made that video at the park, right? Then we went to this vegan restaurant, which is super rare because there's
not a lot of
hardly any vegans or vegetarians here. It's like you are super forward if you are a vegan or vegetarian here. In America too, honestly, but
it was a small little hipster place, to be real honest.
It was so cute.
There was like a bar at the window, a table, and then there were like stairs up, and then there were like maybe 3 more tables up there.
Yeah, or you could sit outside too.
Right. So it was nice.
So cute.
And,
it was so forward too. They had like these awesome drinks and smoothies. And like these different types of waters that you can get. I got the ginger lime water, and then they had like the metal straws.
They had recyclables. Well, it wasn't recyclable; it was reusable straws.
Yeah, reusable straws, which was really cool. And we looked at other people's plates, and we were like spying and seeing what other people had.
And then she was all excited about elotes, the Mexican street corn.
Yeah.
And the guy who was waiting on us was able to point us in the direction of a stand that would have it.
He was like, "You want elote?" Wait, no. Elotes are not sold in a restaurant. Like, you cannot find elotes in any restaurant in Mexico. You'll have to go outside for that. So what do you want in here? So Vince got falafel and fries, and I got
like a vegan burger.
A bacon cheeseburger, but all vegan, obviously. So you do the math. And fries, and it was delicious.
Man,
it was so good.
We were getting pretty tired at that point too.
Yes.
Like we weren't sure if we were going to keep going to the Lucha Libre because we were so full. We had been walking a lot that day.
But we had prepaid for it, so we were like, let's just do it. Like, we just gotta do it. So we had some food.
Picked up an energy drink. And
No. Then we went to the museum.
Oh, yeah, we did go to the museum first.
Museo de Arte Popular, which I'm thinking is like... no, it wasn't a contemporary art museum, was it?
No, it was like a historical museum.
Yeah.
So, like, there were, like, lots of, like, artifacts and things.
Yeah, so when we first walked in, there's a lot of Volkswagen Beetles here.
Just amazing amount of Beetles.
Yeah, so many Beetles here. But this Beetle was, like, covered in fabric.
Yeah, it was
like made out of fabric.
Psychedelic carpet all over the top of that beetle.
It was really cool. It cost 60 pesos to get in, 70 pesos each.
Yeah.
Or
no, that was 70 total. It was like
it was
really?
Yeah, it was 70 each.
I thought it was like $3 to get in.
No, I mean
per person.
Or maybe it was 60 pesos. I don't know. It was either 60 or 70 pesos. Yeah, right. And so we got in there. We only had 45 minutes in there. We forgot that it closed at 6. So...
Yeah, so we kind of missed, like, a bunch of it. We got the top floor, and I think there were 2 more floors that we didn't see. We kind of, like, skimmed one of the floors.
But the art was amazing there. It was a lot of like clay art and like sculptures and stuff like that. And they had this section where, and we saw this in the Ciudadeles market too, where they had like these little miniature clay pots that they make.
Yeah, they had like lots of little miniature things, and then like there was one moment where we're like, oh, this thing, that makes sense why they make all those miniature things.
Yeah.
It was like a necklace that
Of
was
miniature.
like made out of like those miniature cups.
Yeah, but really cool art there. Your dad's friend Ken Swimson, he said that this was like one of his favorite art museums in Mexico. Yeah, and it had on the second floor. No, from the top floor.
From the top floor, you can see into one of the other exhibits.
Yeah, you can see down. It was like a dome that you can see down into, and we were like, "Oh, that's cool," and we thought it was like a separate part. Then we went down on the second floor, and we saw that it was like all linked together. But inside of this little room, it was all skeletons,
like all skull art and like little dancing skeletons. We saw like a number of like skeleton images that were like of the Last Supper, and it was funny. One of them was like Jesus was like the skeleton in the middle. He was like doing this with the skeletons around him, like throwing it up.
But yeah, it's something to think about. I think here they have a nice way of honoring the dead, and they have like a cool connection to their mortality. Like there's a bunch of skulls around and a bunch of like, I don't know, skull art,
images of death.
And images of dead. Yeah,
but not terribly gruesome.
But it's not
clean skeletons.
It's not scary dead. Yeah, it's like happy dead, happy and skeleton and dead. Anyways. So we went to that museum. Oh, they had some awesome kites there too.
Yeah, that's the video that we took on the elevator of the kites going up.
Yeah.
And they had some like statues of like what do you call those spirit guide animals that are like super colorful?
I don't know, but it's in Coco the movie.
Yeah, they have it in Coco. There's a lot of stuff that references to Coco around here.
Or Coco reference a lot of stuff.
I know. You know what I mean. It goes both ways.
¿Qué más?
But then, like, after the museum, it closed, and then we had, like, 2 hours to kill. So we kind of, like, went to the park, and then it started raining on us.
We went to the store to get some energy drink.
Yeah.
Well, we got one energy drink and some water. Yeah. And then we had got some elotes. E-L-O-T-E-S. Elotes. I'm saying it like that because my friend Nydia is like, you Americans say it wrong. So elotes, and it was so good.
Yeah,
a huge piece of corn.
It was a large piece of corn. It wasn't like, you know, the half piece of corn. It was a full piece, and it was a long piece.
It was a big giant piece of corn, and this dude just like wiped a bunch of mayonnaise on it.
Yeah, it was like mayos, crumbly cheese.
Then he had like this crema fresca that he just dumped on all of it. And then he asked me in Spanish if I wanted, he asked me if I wanted a lot of cayenne and paprika or if I wanted a little bit. And I said, mucho. And then he sprinkled like a bunch of that stuff on there. And yeah, we crushed that. We walked a little bit and sat at a park. And there was this protest going on, which we were like, why are they protesting? And of course we couldn't figure it out. And then we asked Nydia. And she didn't know exactly, but she said that it was probably a school protest that some
wages and stuff in schools and government buildings too, right?
Yeah, like a school and workers protest for wages and for I think maybe wait time or something for school, because their university is free here, but you have to be on a waiting list because there's so many people who want to go. Anyways, so we saw that protest going on, and we're just like munching on our corn, watching people go by, like, and like screaming these things in Spanish.
The protest kind of finished while we were sitting there, so like we were watching as the police were like letting cars into like one area, and like the cars were super mad because the traffic's already really bad in this city. There are basically no rules as long as you don't hit anything.
Yeah, like Ricardo was like, they don't follow. We don't follow the rules here, and you don't even have to have a license to drive here.
Yeah, this place is crazy. Like I don't know how they don't have more like car fatalities.
I mean, it's just like you got to know the way of the land, honestly.
Right.
I think because like in Egypt it was the same. But
But yeah, after that, it started raining on us.
It started raining, like,
and then
raining
we had to
real
leave.
hard.
And then we realized that, like, the place that we were going to meet for Lucha was, like, 6 blocks further away than we thought it was. So we had to, like, fucking hike it in the rain.
Yeah.
And then we got to the restaurant that we were supposed to meet at, because we signed up for, like, almost like a tour where, like, someone was going to meet us beforehand and sort of, like, tell us how things work.
Which
and then
they
we were
did.
going to go to the match. Yeah, they did.
Fernanda.
We just showed up a little earlier.
Oh my God, Fernanda is probably one of my favorite people so far.
Yeah, like, she was awesome.
So Fernanda, she wanted to, like, look for the person in the blue cap. And then we were there early because of the rain. So we got there and we had sat and we had a beer by ourselves. And then we see, like, this cute lady with the blue cap come in. And Vince is like, oh, that's probably the person. Then I go up and she's like, hi, she's like, oh, hey, so you're the first ones here. And they're supposed to have a table for me ready, but they don't yet. So just sit where you are right now. There were so many people in this restaurant, and it kind of got like temperature hot in there. There's so many people in there. I think it was right across the street from the Mexican Arena, so I think that's a common place for people to hang out before they go see the Lucha Libre fights. But Fernanda, she told us a lot about Lucha and, like, she didn't really go into the history of it, but she went into, like, the rules of the match.
Structure.
Yeah, the structure, because they have, like, things that they will call out when certain things would happen, and then
it's usually based on, like, a 2-team kind of structure where there's, like, the good guys and the bad guys.
Yeah,
it's like
the rudos, and the técnicos. So the rudes, they're just rudes for short, and técnicos. Rudes obviously are the bad guys and technicals are the good guys. The rudes, they don't follow the rules at all because there are certain rules that they have, and then the technicals generally follow the rules. And sometimes, like, one is on the right and one is on the left. I can't remember which one she said.
I don't remember either.
And she gave us these masks. You can kind of tell which one is the rudes and which one is the technicals by the kinds of masks that they have and their names. Like the rudes usually have names like Devil and Barbarian.
Yeah, we had like a couple of devils and, like, a barbarian dude, and then what was it? We had, like, a guy who, like,
Titan.
There was a guy who came out on stage carrying, like, flame in his hands, like actual fire.
Yeah, it was
and
pretty
he, like,
cool.
threw some more of it on the ground before he got in the stage.
And Fernanda has been a fan of Lucha since she was a little girl, so it's so awesome to see, like, this like, sweet Mexican woman and her being like, ah!
Yeah, she got real into it. She's like, ah!
Yeah, and what else? Oh, she made it a point to tell us, like, it's not, like, real. It's more of a theater practice and of, like, a showmanship and, like, athleticism.
Like, nobody really gets hurt.
But they do some crazy flips and they do some crazy, like, tricks, like,
they do a lot of,
I have a video of a man jumping onto the little bouncy bars of a ring and then backflipping onto a man that's outside of the ring. Like, what if he missed that guy?
They did that a bunch of times.
Yeah, that was, like,
not the only time.
Move. Yeah.
There was a time where 3 guys did that, like, flip off of the ring into the side to, like, to body slam someone, like,
it's
3
like,
people at once.
It's like, it's not, like, people don't usually get hurt, but, like,
there's still, like, a chance of them
what if
messing
somebody
up.
would have missed and, like, just completely flapped on? Yeah, it's crazy. So we got lucha masks as souvenirs. We also got, like, an actual program.
Yeah. So, like, we're probably gonna end up framing the, like, the billing. Like, so, like, who says who's fighting when.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, and we were super nerdy about it. We, like, recorded which ones won, like who won what match and which side they were on.
And it actually started out with like a girls match, so it was like 3 women versus 3 other women.
Yeah,
that was a pretty fun one to watch too.
Yeah, they had some little people in there too, like some like really short people.
But they were only there. They were kind of like guest fighters, so like they would like walk around the ring and like watch for a minute, and then they'd only fight when they like really wanted to fight. So like they're like the people on the bill, there would be like, oh, this guy versus this guy, and then the little person would come up and like sort of hang out in the ring with them while they were wrestling.
Yeah, it was like in. There was this kid behind us that was so into it, and like they yell cuss words, and like they like yell. They have like cues.
They have
to
like
yell
coordinated
things.
cuss words too. Like
like punto, punto. But other cuss words too, like one that meant asshole. I can't remember. I can't remember the word.
I can't remember them all either.
But
and then they had like a whistle that was like a fuck you whistle.
That meant F you. Yeah, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. It
was cool.
It's like a.
Yeah. Okay, we got to continue because this is gonna be a long video.
Right. This is gonna be a long video. So.
And then afterwards, Fernanda is like, and I have a gift for you.
Yeah.
And then she let us like pick in this bag, and she's like, these are my action figures from when I was a little girl. So I'm guessing she has like a bunch of these freaking figures because
she must have a lot of them.
Because we are not the only people she takes like.
Yeah, there were like 4 other couples with us plus another dude.
There was a couple from Israel, a couple from Canada, a couple from New York, and then this one singular guy. We can't remember where he's from. But and then us.
And they all got those little toys too. And she was saying that
and
they
just
were from her childhood. Like they were from the 60s and 70s and stuff. And like you can tell like they're all kind of like the where they like casted the plastic is like kind of spilling out the sides. It's like a very like genuinely made toy.
Yeah. So that was awesome. And then we there's a lot of traffic and stuff afterwards, so we just walked to a corner and caught an Uber.